And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, well, we all winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward there. Matthews out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. And for San Antonio, Young out there with Johnson. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Young's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Davis. Johnson against James. Just 5 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. 11 feet away, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by LeBron.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Young dishes to Pirtle. White against Matthews. And White kicks to Johnson. Over James. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
It's Matthews on the wing. White covering. Murray against Howard. He gets that one.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Pirtle. Out to White. Lets the 3 fly. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Passes it to Howard. James looking it over. To the inside. Here's Westbrook. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Murray right side. There's the pass to Pirtle. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Murray outside. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. Westbrook with the nice D there. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Pass to Johnson. Young outside. White against Westbrook. To end the drought. And it's White missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Matthews passes to Davis. Beyond the arc. And Wesley Matthews with the 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
There's a break in the action. Let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Spurs trail by 9.
And you've heard the saying on Death and Taxes, the San Antonio Spurs might be that third thing you can count on.
Yeah, I agree. A model of consistency, and that starts with culture and chemistry and commitment. And they play smart, they play together, and they rarely beat themselves. And that's one of the reasons the Spurs have been one of the greatest pro sports franchises in history over the last 25 years.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And they get it.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Yeah, and it's been ugly. I mean, really ugly. They need to find a way to get a few easy baskets and try to build some confidence and some momentum.
Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Nice job of concentrating on the basket that time by Howard. He knew he was going to get hit, but kept his eyes on the basket.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the night. The free throw off from Howard. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Now Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he fully spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Hurdle, the pass to White. Fires it up. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Here's Los Angeles now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Howard finds James. And the dunk by James.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Murray. A shot, no good. Great tee that time from Davis. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. Pass to Westbrook. From past the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Hurdle kicks to Johnson. Murray dishes to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson against LeBron. And the rejection by LeBron.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
A different look now for San Antonio. Doug McDermott comes in for Johnson. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Derek White. Monks checked in for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 14. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. LeBron outside. LaPree buries it from 3-point range. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
There's Hurdle. No good again that time.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
Count that one. And that's now 6 points for Dwight Howard.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
changes here for the Spurs. Eubanks is checked in, and it's Aminu in for Thaddeus Young. And the Lakers also making a change. Anthony's checked in for Anthony Davis. D passes to Walker. Pass to Eubanks. He kicks to Walker. It's tipped. Stolen by Westbrook. The pass to Howard. The kick out to Westbrook. Outside Anthony. Shoots over McDermott. Anthony's shot is off. Spurs trail by 19. Walker the pass to D. Walker against Westbrook. Pass to D. They could use a bucket. Second chance effort. And Anthony sends it back. McDermott with a steal. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Inside, it's deflected. Stolen by Westbrook. Launches it. The Lakers rebound. Pass to Howard. Lakers working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Aminu dishes to Walker. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Los Angeles making a switch here. So it's San Antonio now. 5 to shoot. Outside, Walker. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And that one misses.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Good on the second free throw. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Eubanks. D passes to Walker. Clock at 6. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. Lakers leading by 21. Outside Anthony. Shoots over McDermott. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
From 17 feet out, and again it's the Lakers. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about how well they they defended the rim. Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
Now, here's Aminu. He's covered closely.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McDermott can't get it to go.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Monk dishes to Anthony. Back to Monk. Over Aminu. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
We've got D. El Farouk Aminu is out there with McDermott, and it's Walker in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Anthony down low. Johnson on him. Count it.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Walker surveying the floor from downtown. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Spurs have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. D passes to McDermott. That shot off. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Rockets. Shots good by Anthony.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
They need this. The Lakers with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anthony finds Rondo. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Rondo against Walker. Over Rondo. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
A floater. Got a hand on it. The pass to Walker. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. The Spurs shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you can control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Walker against Matthews. Walker dishes to Young. Here's Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Burke. Over Jordan. Young trying to break free. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
What I really like about Pirtle is the soft hands. He's got excellent hands. You can't teach that. And he's got a nice stroke from mid-range.
Westbrook, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Murray, good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Johnson against LeBron. And LeBron throws it down.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Murray surveying the D. Shoots. Johnson can't get it to go. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter, and that one's good. Westbrook.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Murray against Westbrook. And good that time. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Westbrook with it, and it's Johnson picking him up.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one calls for Derek White's checked in for the Spurs. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Well, the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl, mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
Good tee by Howard.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Johnson surveying the floor. Dishes to Murray. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And it's Murray penetrating. And it's sent back by Howard. Westbrook against Young. Westbrook can't get it to go. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Hurdle a wide body in there.
He's live, and he's also no stiff, guys. Hurdle can catch and finish. He's active in defending. He gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
Davis kicks to James. And finished off by LeBron.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a full stretch offensively, for sure.
Johnson, the pass to Murray. To the middle. Stolen by Westbrook. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And Davis can't get it to go. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Right side, White. Five on the clock. Trying to end the drought. And Davis sends it back.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
And it's Murray penetrating over Westbrook. He dreams the turnaround jump shot. Murray's got his third basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
James, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting, I'll bank on any shot he takes.
White with it. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Johnson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Monks checked in for Wesley Matthews.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Murray kicks to Aminu. Davis against Murray. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Aminu misses. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Murray outside. Pulls up, and it's Hurdle that time on the assist from Young. Hurdle's got his second basket of the night.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Here's the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
So Westbrook, talk about a guy who does everything for his team. He's the catalyst on offense, a ferocious finisher. Then defensively, he has all the tools to disrupt anything you do on the offensive end.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out one-on-one. Maintain position one-on-one. Learn how to play basketball one-on-one. Things like that, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Russell Westbrook out there with Matthews. And it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him. And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way. As much as you just saw him do there, glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That free throw, no good. Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
DeJounte Murray does a nice job using that long frame of his to attract contact from the defense and still get it done.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
He misses the free throw. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Second free throw, no good.
How about this little nugget, guys? When Murray earned all defensive second team honors in his rookie year, he became the youngest player in NBA history to make the all defense team.
LeBron passes to Howard. Shoots over White. Trying to get open is Davis. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by James.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's White, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Dwight Howard.
Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
No good on that one. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
And he's good on the second. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setter. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Murray against Westbrook. Now Murray. 6 points for him. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
LeBron kicks to Davis. Westbrook passes to James. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's off on the first.
Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Eubanks is checked in. McDermott comes in for Young. He's checked in for Johnson. And Walker's subbed in for DeJounte Murray. He hits the second from the line.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo. And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Ellington. Back to Anthony. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. No good that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Here's D. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Down low, out to White. Spurs working the ball around now. Lets it go from 11, and they pick up 2. Eubanks got his first basket of the night.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Rondo dishes to Jordan. Now the pass to Carmelo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And it's 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's White. Lays it up off the glass. White's got 5 points so far.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Walker against Rondo. Here's Jordan, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. But we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, too. But I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And he knocks down the first one.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Spurs. And so Jordan nails both of them. Here's Walker. Pass to McDermott. Here's D. And a miss there on the triple. LA's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Pass to Horton Tucker. Oh, that's blocked. And he recovers it. Anthony's shot is off.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
In the corner, it's McDermott. And Aminu slams it in. And here is Los Angeles now. Rondo scanning the floor. Passes to Anthony. They get the rebound. Jordan. And that one, good. Jordan's got 8 points.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the body.
Here's Walker, and Jordan sends it back. Here's Horton Tucker. The pass to Jordan. Kicks it to Ellington. Lets it go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
6 to shoot. Here's D, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Monks checked in for the Lakers.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Outside Rondo. Back to Monk. Pass to Horton Tucker. Deep 2 from Anthony. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Monk, the pass to Jordan. Rejected by Walker. Now, here's Aminu. It's blocked. Here's Anthony. Rebounded by McDermott.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Pass to Walker. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rondo against Walker. Here's Jordan. Rebounded by the Spurs.
When you're not ready, you just got to shake off a miss like that.
D passes to Walker. We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
That one is off. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw, good. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Passes it to Westbrook. He dishes it to Davis. Howard kicks to James. And the pass to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Westbrook. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Pass to Aminu. To the paint. Looking for Young. He gets it there. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Davis. Now the dish to Westbrook. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Murray with it. He's got 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And here's Johnson outside, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu, Jay out there with Murray. Then it's Collins, and it's Zamanic in at the power forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Jay, he's covered by Matthews. And it goes down 2 points. Jay's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Spurs. Outside Matthews. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Find the lane. One shot.
And that one misses.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zamanic passes to Jay. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And here is Monk. Here's Davis. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ariza against Aminu. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Davis. Left side Ariza. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. From 6 feet, and Howard finishes it off.
Yeah, I like the fact that Howard is really good at staying aggressive when he knows he's hot, in attack mode on the offensive end.
Murray against Davis. Howard with the steal. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. The layup missed.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And it's Murray. That time on the assist by Aminu.
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
Matthews passes to Howard. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Offensive rebound. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Aminu. A rebound by the Lakers. Ariza outside. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Pass to Jay. Takes a three. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. But they'll get another chance. Howard finds Matthews. Davis against Aminu. And they double up Davis. It's deflected. Murray left side. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there. What, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
White with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Collins against Matthews. Here's Eubank. The Spurs rebound. LA's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Matthews. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Some changes here for the Lakers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Howard. Ken Bazemore comes in for Wesley Matthews. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Monk. And here is Los Angeles now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
White the pass to Samanic. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jay, and he knocks down the jumper. Shay's got 4 points in the quarter. And Los Angeles guys shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Pops it up for Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
White looking around, and there's the pass to Jay. Back to White. Right side, Collins. He's over Ellington. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Now here's Ellington. White covering. Pass to Bazemore. There's the feed to Jordan. And the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Eubanks the pass to White. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Collins. Jordan with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Rondo passes to Ellington. Lets it go from deep. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Outside, White. Passes it to Eubanks. Sweet little floater.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. And the pass to Bazemore. And here's Ariza. Pass to Jordan. Unloads from 9. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
White against Ariza. And it's White missing. The Lakers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated, 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and you're right, very impressive.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Dwight Howard.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Outside Cowan. Here's Simonic. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Now Bazemore. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
You know, we just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.